Richard Feynman was one of the most brilliant and curious scientists of the 20th century. He was born in 1918 in New York City, and from a young age, he showed an interest in understanding how things work. Feynman was a physicist, someone who studies how the world and the universe behave. His work made a big impact in the world of science, and he became famous for his ability to explain difficult ideas in simple ways. He was not just a normal scientist. He had a unique way of looking at the world. He was always asking questions and finding new ways to understand things. He became known for his sense of humor and his love of learning. Even when he was a little boy, he was always curious about how machines worked. Feynman would take things apart, like radios and clocks, just to understand what was inside them. He wasn't afraid of making mistakes because for him, mistakes were just steps toward learning something new. This attitude stayed with him throughout his life and his career in science. When he went to college, he decided to study physics. He was not just interested in reading about science. He wanted to learn how to do science himself. At university, Feynman was known for his hard work and his ability to solve difficult problems. He was especially good at solving math problems, which helped him in his physics studies. After finishing his studies, he went to work on something called the Manhattan Project during World War II. The Manhattan Project was a secret American project to build the first atomic bomb. Feynman was one of the scientists who worked on the project. He helped create new ways to understand how atoms behave. Even though his work was important, Feynman didn't stay on the project for long. After the war, he decided to return to teaching and research. One of Feynman's most famous ideas was his work on quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is a part of physics that deals with the strange behavior of very small particles, like atoms and electrons. Feynman made a big contribution to this field by developing something called Feynman diagrams. These diagrams are pictures that help scientists understand how particles move and interact with each other. Feynman's diagrams were a simple way to explain very complicated ideas. They became an important tool in many areas of physics. Thanks to his work, scientists were able to make progress in understanding the laws of nature. Feynman's diagrams helped to explain how particles behaved, and they made it easier for other scientists to do their own work. But Feynman wasn't just interested in teaching other scientists. He also loved to teach students. He had a special way of making complex ideas easier to understand. He was a great teacher who used stories, humor, and simple examples to explain difficult topics. His lectures were very popular, and students loved the way he made science fun. He had a way of making people see the beauty of science, and his enthusiasm was contagious. Feynman believed that the best way to learn was by doing, so he encouraged his students to ask questions and think for themselves. He wanted his students to be curious and to enjoy learning, just like he had when he was a child. His ability to make complicated ideas easy to understand was one of his greatest strengths. In addition to his work in physics, Feynman was also known for his love of music and art. He played the bongo drums, and he loved to dance. He was a very creative person who believed that creativity was important in science too. Feynman believed that scientists should not only be good at solving problems, but also be able to think in new and creative ways. He often said that the most important thing in science was to stay curious and to never stop asking questions. For Feynman, science was not just a job, it was a way of life. He saw the world as a place full of mystery, and he wanted to uncover its secrets. Feynman also enjoyed traveling and meeting new people. He believed that traveling helped him see the world from different perspectives. He loved to visit new places and learn about different cultures. Feynman was always looking for new ideas and new experiences. He often said that it was important to never stop learning, no matter how old you were. This attitude of constant learning and curiosity was something that made Feynman a very special person. He was always looking for new challenges and new ways to explore the world. One of the most important things Feynman did was to encourage people to think for themselves. He believed that science should not just be about memorizing facts, but about understanding how the world works. Feynman wanted people to be curious and to ask questions, not just accept things without thinking. He often said that the best way to understand something was to try to explain it to someone else. If you could explain an idea simply, then you really understood it. This idea was very important in Feynman's work, and it helped him become a better teacher and scientist. Throughout his life, Feynman received many awards for his work in physics. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1965 for his contributions to the development of quantum electrodynamics, a part of quantum mechanics. Even though he received many honors, Feynman never became proud or arrogant. He remained humble and always focused on his work and his love of learning. He believed that the most important thing was not the awards or the recognition, but the work itself. Feynman's passion for science and his curiosity about the world inspired many people, both in the field of science and beyond. As Feynman grew older, he continued to work and teach. He never stopped asking questions and trying to learn new things. He believed that age should not stop anyone from being curious and learning. In his later years, Feynman also became known for his books and talks. He wrote several books, including his famous memoir, Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman. In this book, Feynman shared stories from his life, his work, and his adventures. The book became very popular because it showed Feynman's humor, his curiosity, and his love of life. Through his books and talks, Feynman continued to inspire people to stay curious and never stop learning. Richard Feynman passed away in 1988, but his legacy continues to inspire people around the world. He left behind a large body of work, including his scientific discoveries, his teaching, and his books. Feynman's approach to science, his humor, and his curiosity have made him one of the most beloved scientists of all time. He taught people that science is not just about facts and equations, but about asking questions, being curious, and exploring the world around us. Feynman showed that being a scientist is not just about solving problems. It is about enjoying the process of learning and discovering new things. He believed that anyone could be a scientist if they had the curiosity and the passion to explore the world. Today, his work continues to influence scientists and students alike. Richard Feynman's story is a reminder that science is not just about knowledge, but about the joy of discovery and the excitement of understanding how the universe works. His life is a testament to the power of curiosity and the importance of always asking questions. Feynman's legacy will continue to inspire generations of curious minds for many years to come.